I know right away that this is going to be an uphill battle, and plenty of people are going to say, Zach, you have no idea what you're talking about. Kind of used to that. But social media is all about conversations and sharing our perspectives, right? For all things dog training, like and follow. Part of the reason I wanted to make this is because I keep going through TikTok or Instagram and I keep saying, these are 5 breeds that might be right for you. And general breed advice isn't the worst thing. I just feel like the points that I'm making in this video are not brought up enough in those type of videos. In fact, I think there's a significant amount of people in my own profession, dog training, who will see this issue quite differently than I do. And I'm hoping to get feedback from everyone on this because if I've lost my mind, I'd like to be aware of it. In the field of dog training, you know that there are things that many of us feel can be improved, especially when it comes to how we categorize and how we perceive dogs. And I can understand why you're wondering, what could possibly be bothering me about this topic? Let's discuss how we might be putting too much emphasis on a dog breed's characteristics rather than considering each dog first and foremost as an individual. Dogs are living beings. They are not products. And their behavior is influenced by a combination of their genetics, their environment, and their upbringing. I want to give you a few examples of why stereotyping dog breeds can be potentially harmful. It could lead to breed discrimination, making it difficult for some dogs to find homes. Stereotypes can create unrealistic expectations for people, and that can ultimately lead to disappointment and frustration if a dog doesn't fit the mold. Focusing on breed stereotypes too much can distract from responsible dog guardianship and their training. And those two things are pretty critical when it comes to raising a dog and showing them how to exist in the world they live in. I definitely want to acknowledge that selective breeding has yielded dogs that, as a general population, do have certain characteristics. Border collies are famous for herding sheep. Dachshunds are famous for hunting badgers. Take a Labrador, for example. They're known for being super friendly, really outgoing and energetic. But just like any other dog, they can be shy. They can behave aggressively. They can have moderate personalities. They can have no interest in retrieving. Pit bull type dogs often get a reputation for behaving aggressively. And while some do behave aggressively, others turn out to be amazing, wonderful family dogs. Boxers come to mind as having an extreme variance to me, just anecdotally. I never know what I'm going to get with a boxer. Sometimes I'm going to get a really high energy, hyper crazy dog that just wants to play and lick me. Other times I'll just get one and they'll be like, I'm just going to lay down here. You do you. It's also common for a lot of us dog trainers to get fixated on a specific breed just for one reason or another. I personally am very attracted to the breed of border collies. I've had 4 of them in my life now, and not a one of them was like the other in their personality. They were all completely different experiences to raise and train. I am attracted to the agility of border collies and their ability to be athletic, provided they're cut out for that. And that's why I do a number of tests with puppies to see if they're interested in playing, to kind of get an idea of their personality. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that beagles are super stubborn and hard to train. And keep in mind, if you think that, it's likely because you just need to brush up on your education about how dogs learn. And through modern methods, we can likely make tons of progress with even the most stubborn dogs. Some people stereotype poodles as being these frou-frou, just pretty dogs, and there's nothing wrong with that. But very often, poodles are extremely athletic, impressive, gifted, intelligent animals. And I say this as someone who is not an expert in dog breeding, but selective breeding does have very significant limitations in how certain dogs' personalities will develop. Even within the same litter, sometimes, you have dogs that are not cut out for the same types of work. So what can we do to embrace our dog's individualism and celebrate them for exactly who they are? Dogs aren't like computers or cars with a fixed set of traits that are guaranteed for them. And their personalities are every bit as varied as human beings' personalities are from one another. So let's say you're considering a dog and you're thinking about a specific breed. It's totally fine to have a breed stereotype on the back burner in your mind when you're looking at individual dogs. My tips would be to focus on the individual dog's energy level, their temperament, and that particular dog's training needs. I'd say keep a really open mind when you are looking for a dog, whether you're buying one or adopting one, because you might have a breed in mind, but for many people, especially for average pet guardians, you'll find that going to your local shelter has a really good chance of yielding you a dog with an optimal personality who might be a mix of all kinds of dog breeds. As an industry, I think we could do a better job educating the public to focus on the individual dog and that dog's life experiences rather than assigning so many traits solely to a dog's breed or breed mix. That's not to say that some dogs don't fulfill their stereotypes quite faithfully. Have you ever met a dog that did not conform to what they were supposed to be? Does your dog's breed or their breed mix fulfill their stereotype? All dogs of all breed or breed mixes need training. I want to share with you one of my favorite dog training products. PupBox sends evidence-based monthly training guides, front and back every month, along with the things you need to train your dog.
Whoa, hello.
To help you with things like crate training, potty training, socialization, grooming tips. This one has leash walking tips. Toys come out, inertia's ready. This box really works. That's an engaged dog. These supplies, toys, and treats are perfect for positive reinforcement dog training. That's what's on the inside of this. If you're dealing with teething or unwanted chewing, these are the bomb. This is an unbelievable offer. You can get a PupBox for $5. Use the code ZAC5 at PupBox to get your first PupBox at $5. For all things dog training, like and follow